Davante Adams is owed some happiness because he wants out of Las Vegas with the Raiders. Everybody's saying the reunion with Aaron Rodgers could make sense. Aaron Rodgers won 2 MVPs at quarterback when Davante was a wide receiver in Green Bay. James, you were teammates with Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams. Again, a lot of people are going to have this conversation today, but make sure you tune into our conversation and rewatch it because we have the real insight of the person who played with Davante and Aaron Rodgers. So, James, when I ask you this, your words mean more than anybody that will speak on this conversation today.
Yeah.
Would an Aaron Rodgers reunion make sense for Davante Adams?
Absolutely. I'm just sitting here looking at D.A. Bro, like good though. You know what I'm saying? Like he like good, cause I'm always like, I mean, bro, you're not all that. But I'm like 4 seasons with 100+ catches and 10+ receiving touchdowns, tied most in NFL history.
That boy good, bro.
That's going to work. And a lot of those seasons been with who?
A-Rod.
Come on, man. You're talking about Davante Adams and Garrett Wilson on the same field with Breece Hall in the backfield. It wouldn't be no more pre-snap penalty talks, I tell you that. It'll be a lot of points scored. No, it makes sense. He's walking into the building, and me and him actually had a conversation about this a little bit because he's walking into the building, and I know the playbook, I know the signals, I know all that. And as players, we can all testify to that. Like, if you're going to a place to where, like, dang, I ain't got to learn no new verbiage. I ain't got to learn none of this. I know the playbook walking straight into the building. I know when Aaron look at me and go like this, and he go like this, I know the signals. I don't got to learn nothing new. If I go to Kansas City, this is all new to me. If I go to Baltimore, this is all new to me. So going with a guy that you played with before and you know the signals and you know the offense, it will be the perfect fit. I mean, we all know and seen him with our own 2 eyes go crazy, crazy busy in Green Bay. This would be a really good fit for him if it was to happen.
I'm on the fence. I'm like right in the middle because it does make all the sense for Davante to go to Rodgers. But at the same time, does Davante want to go to the Jets? Because I think Rodgers has 1 year, maybe 2 left. Is Davante and Aaron going to sync up when their career is done? Yeah. Like, I don't know. I mean, for this year, I'm going to go ahead and say yes because they've had their eye on the Davante situation last year. Remember when Aaron Rodgers was all getting reported, he had this wish list. You know who was at the top of that wish list for the New York Jets?
Yeah.
Davante Adams. And he's there. And every week that he plays for the Raiders, it takes down his salary from another team that knows him almost $1 million. That's why the Jets haven't done it yet, because they don't want to owe him a lot of money. And I think, look, you put him in that offense, you hit on it, the transition period from a quarterback and a receiver that have already played together is none. If this was another guy trying to learn that Hackett offense and trying to get on Aaron Rodgers' page, we see Garrett Wilson not even getting on Aaron Rodgers' page right now. They've talked about it openly, and he's been there since training camp. It wouldn't work. But the fact is, Davante knows him. He knows the signals. He knows Nathaniel Hackett's offense. The transition period would be non-existent. And I think that sometimes is not talked about enough, is like, it can look good on paper. Do you have a quarterback and a system you can go play right away and be successful? Yes.
No-brainer. No-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Aaron Rodgers should want 2 things. He should want to win right now, or he should want to get crazy busy. I already told y'all about 30 minutes ago. Winning right now goes to the Chiefs. But after watching that last segment, crazy work, the place he will give out the most crazy work is with the New York Jets. Yeah. I look at going to the Jets as I look like going to London as opposed to going to Asia. What do I mean by that? If y'all been to London, y'all travel a lot. You go to London, I can still speak English and easily be understood.
Yeah.
You go to another country, you go to Asia, you go to some countries in Africa, you go to some other countries and parts of the world. Now I got to Google Translate that joint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, you know what I mean? Like, I remember I went to, I was in Mexico on a vacation like 7 years ago. I'm trying to buy burgers as a group trip. And I walk in, I'm like, yo, y'all got any hamburgers? They looking at me crazy. Y'all ain't got no hamburgers, no hamburger? Say, they looking at me crazy. Finally, my Wi-Fi started working. It's like, oh, hamburguesa.
Yeah.
Oh, aisle 12. Yeah. I'm like, bro, I was sitting here saying it. No. If you go to a different team, the verbiage is different.
Gotcha.
The verbiage is different. If you go to New York, like Chase said, like James said, like Shady will say, the verbiage is all the same. Ohio Pack Trio is Eagle Wide Open Me 63, which is Oklahoma Red 6 check white. Like, it's all the same thing. It's the same exact defensive play I just gave y'all in 3 different ways. Davante ain't got to worry about that if you go to Aaron Rodgers. No doubt. I think the Jets is a perfect reunion.
That's a great point. I know one thing. I travel a lot, too. And I love going to Brazil, Colombia, and DR.
How you been talking?
And I move around fine. You know what I mean? They know,
No Google Translate.
Yeah, we get real good. You know what I'm saying? I have a great time. Remember, I'm going next weekend. You brought it up.
Long flight.
I'm gonna say, I think it'll be great though. I think it'll be great to see DA back with Aaron Rodgers, right? I hate when like great duos leave each other, right? When I say that, there's so many different players, right? Quarterbacks, wide receivers. I remember when I was young watching Donovan McNabb and Terrell Owens. I don't know if y'all know, but you know how great that was to see?
Yeah.
And then when they broke up, they both never got to that mark. Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, I always say this, you know, even though it didn't work out, but when they were together, Stephon was this, and then Josh was that. When they came together, they both elevated and got better and better and better. I look at Devontae Adams, and he did his thing in Oakland, or Vegas Raiders, right? But it wasn't to the magnitude of what he did with Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. And vice versa, Aaron Rodgers, he hasn't even looked the same since DA left. Yeah. People don't ever talk about that. So I would love to see that happen again. I love the idea, but it's hard to sell me on it just because one point, and that's Rodgers is 40 years old, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And Devontae still has a good 3-4 years, in my opinion, as an elite receiver.
He's 32 in December.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't think, like, if I'm coming to commit to this team and this quarterback, but, yo, you leaving for 1 year, 2 years. He did the same thing, right? That's why DA left the first time. Because Aaron was uncertain what he was going to do and et cetera with the contracts. He said, you know what? I'm out of here. Yeah. So
James, you have insider information, not just as a friend of them, as an intelligent human being, as a former teammate of them. Tell me what you can. You say some stuff during the pre-show meeting. I won't put you on blast, but because
I will, though.
Some stuff has to remain in a group message. But tell me what you can about Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams. Why would it not happen? Why would it happen? Tell me what you can.
Well, I think one of the main things, right, as a player, we always want stability, right? And Devontae has a family, right? Got little girls, and he got a little boy, and he got a wife. So I'm not trying to go to New York, Aaron Rodgers leave, or, you know, don't want to play. Then now I got a rookie quarterback. I might be going elsewhere. I'm not trying to keep relocating with my family and all that. I do want a situation to where I could go. I know Josh Allen going to be there for 5 more years, 6 more years, whoever knows. Derek Carr going to be there for a couple more years. Dak Prescott going to be there for some years. I'm just throwing out some quarterback. Lamar's going to be there. You know what I mean? So you want to have some type of stability. I think that's the only thing that'll have him like, hey, scratching his head like, that's my brother. Hey, we will go to work. But on the flip side of it, how long you going to play, dog? You know what I'm saying? You going to try to play 3 more? You going to try? Like, you want all that in question because, like Shady said, at least 3 more at an all-pro level.
You think
so?
So
I want to, oh yeah. So I want to put myself in a situation with a quarterback that's going to be there consistent so I can go to work. And if I go to work, we're going to have an opportunity to win. So I think a lot of that stuff is going to weigh in.
It's going to be fascinating to watch. This has been a wild NFL season. When we return, Brock Purdy has lost a lot of his talent around him. They've been injured, but he's still been getting busy on the field. The most exhilarating conversation. How many quarterbacks in the NFC are better than Brock Purdy?
Tease it. Come
right
on.
now? Stop
Come on.
counting. Stop. You count
Tease it.
way too
Tease it.
much.
Put those hands
you
away.
count way.
He's done better teases. I need better. I need better. Come on, dog. Come back.
It's about to be great, man. We have missed. On the right is Darius Slay, Eagles player. On the left, Micah Parsons, Cowboys player. Why in the world are they smiling doing a podcast together during the season? Y'all, this is not an old clip. This is not old tape. Darius Slay got a lot of heat for it. And listen to his response.
I know it's real beef with the organizations and the fan base. I'm with y'all, man. I want to whip the Cowboys' ass every time. But I do have an outside life in football. And I know how y'all get, man, fans. But Philly fans, please. Just trust your boy. I'm here with y'all. We all one. And what we can't have is dividing. If I'm playing bad, tag me, please. You know what I'm saying? I hold myself accountable way before you hold myself accountable.
Shade, you the Eagles' all-time leading rusher. You know about the Eagles better than all of us. I played for the Eagles. Chase played for the Eagles, but you legend there, sir. Legend. Do you have an issue with Darius Slay's response to the critics?
I do, right? Because I like Slay. And I guess if you don't know him, he's the type of dude he's always upbeat, smile on his face. I mean, the Falcons, I think it was London, Drake London scored a touchdown on him, right, the end of the game. And he said, hey, bro, good route. He's just a good guy, you know what I mean? But I do think that, like, you don't have to state no apology. Like, you can have a career outside of playing football. I just think that he's got to do a better job of, like, playing the game. When I say playing the game, just knowing the Eagle fans are really crazy with the Cowboys, and they don't want to see that type stuff during the season. So maybe, I don't know about doing the podcast with him during the season, but maybe after the season. That's minor stuff that he could fix. But as far as stating an apology, like Slay's one of our best players. He's a good dude, and he competes at a high level.